Hey guys, welcome back to the Citystead. As you can see, summer's here. It is a beautiful, gorgeous day outside. Perfect day for doing some gardening. Now, even though it's Memorial Day, my garden looks like this, I am not gonna panic. And I'm gonna tell you guys why you shouldn't either. Did I mention I became a dandelion farmer only so I could blow wishes? What I'm really wishing for is a lot more time. And a lot more energy. Now, if you guys are anything like me, you're probably at this point going, holy cow, it's Memorial Day. I don't have my garden in. I really want to go in a full-on panic mode. Because, I mean, it's getting later and later in the season already when you think about it. But I've learned over the past few years of gardening to not warrant that panic mode. To not let it get you and get you down and get you out of your zone. So sometimes you just have to push through it and really get things going and get this garden in. When I had started all this, I kind of wanted to hope and push people to think more about what they could do with their urban lots and to kind of inspire and to just share what I'm doing and what successes I've had and failures I've had. So one thing I've learned in the past couple years is that even though yes, technically I probably should have my garden in, I do not. Time always eludes me between travel, 3 kids, family events, like my wife's grandma just turned 90 this past weekend, so we had to go over there and spend the day over there.
Hi, bye-bye. What's that about? We didn't do too good that time, did we? How many points is that? No.
So close. I think you won. You definitely won.
That was really funny, wasn't it?
And you like want to get upset because you're losing time in your garden, but it's definitely not worth it. You can make up time, and you know, if you're panicking and stressing about your garden, you're losing in the one thing that it really does for you, which is supposed to be a stress reliever, and it's supposed to help you through those moments of stress. It's a very relaxing hobby. If you start making it stressful, it's going to lose that relaxfulness, and you're not going to enjoy it nearly as much as you would normally enjoy it. This is currently what the corner looks like that I want to put my bees in. As you can see, there's still a lot of junk and no bees. So when I built this greenhouse, my original intent for it was to allow me to start seeds early so that I would have them when it's time to go. And it's done just that for us. I have a lot of tomatoes, I got different cucumbers, I got some peppers, I got some different squashes. I even started a little bit of greens in here. Now this is good because as of right now, direct sowing some things is going to be harder, being that the season's already almost full swing. We lost a couple good weeks here. So tomatoes, if I was direct sowing them, I would be 2 weeks behind. But by having these in here started, I got a little bit of a jump start on those. Now I will still direct seed some tomatoes. I really believe in direct sowing seeds. They just always seem to do better for me performance-wise, and so I will keep that up. I will always do some direct sowing. I'm definitely going to do a lot of greens direct sow. Even things like my okra I direct sow, because the direct sow did so much better than the starts that I had. The girls went off to have a little girl day because they need some girl time. So me and Mr. Man are out here. We're going to try to make the best we have of this day, get as much as done as we can. And one of the things I have, you can see right here, good old handy panels, some cattle panels. We're doing some more arches, guys. And we're going to have another good video this week or possibly early next week about ideals to use these differently than what you normally would have, and also on how to get them home using different methods. So you guys should stay tuned. That should be a good video for you to watch, especially if you are in an urban environment and don't have a truck. So even though you want to panic, really shouldn't. Everything you can do at this point still is always lessons learned. I would plant stuff in August just to see what could happen. Could I grow it? Could it become viable? Is that an option for me? You can learn all those things by doing it. If you're not doing it, you're never going to learn it. So if you're freaking out and you're getting stressed out because it's late in the season and your garden's not in, don't think of it as a waste if you try something and it doesn't work. Think of it as a lesson learned. So you should get out there and plant whatever you want to plant and then just see what it does. Keep notes of it, keep tabs on it, and remember for next year, I planted it in June and it didn't do this until whenever. You know, now you know to plant it 2 weeks earlier, or maybe you want to wait 2 weeks because it did better toward the end of the year. So there's a lot of good, valuable lessons to be learned, no matter what time of year it is, and no matter what time you're doing it. So don't think of anything as a lost cause. It's just a lesson that you can learn, or something you can set yourself up for. It might be a huge success and you realize that you learned something different. So when I said Mr. Man was out here helping me, what I really meant was he's apparently making a mud painting on the chalkboard. Let me see your hands. Can you hold them up to the camera? Ooh, those look pretty muddy. Are you trying to get them muddy? I'm pretty muddy. Sometimes he's a man of few words, but usually he talks a lot. Alright guys, so we got a ton of work we got to do. We got to whip this garden into shape in a short amount of time. I just want to come on here to let you guys know, don't get discouraged. You still have tons of time. If you're thinking about a garden, get out there and get something planted. Just plant it. Just do it. Get that garden going. What are you waiting for? So, hard to see me. I just put up this short little low trellis arch. What I'm thinking is I'm going to put some peas on there and the kids will love it. I don't know if you guys can see him. You see him over there? He's over on the slide. If you guys remember a long time ago, right when he turned 2, one of my first videos was what it's really like to garden with a 2-year-old. And I'm going to put a link for it. You guys should check that out. And I'm going to tell you now, he's almost 3 and it's a lot the same. Super hard and makes everything take a lot longer. But I really enjoy having these guys out here with me and teaching them things and letting them play and explore outside. And we're going to make some more things for them to play with this year. And we're gonna do some cool things with sunflowers that I think they're really gonna enjoy. So it's definitely worth it having them out there. If you got little kids like this guy out here, get them out there with you. One way to really get your kids out there is to be out there yourself. So even though I'm really behind on my gardening, all the previous work is working out for us, as the garden is doing what it should do, and it is actually making our job a little bit easier. If you look in here, you can see all these little carrots. This whole thing is full of carrots. What I did last year was I left a couple in here. The seeds blew out and they're all over this box. They're a little bit on the outside too. We'll be pulling those, but the garden is doing what it should be doing for us and doing a little bit of extra work for us. Gotta appreciate that.